It's been a great week here. We've been having quite a bit of rain. People are happy about that because, it's just so needed. The lakes around here, they've been so low, and we need that rain to come and get back in those lakes. Actually, there's a lot of activities that happen in the water, a lot of boating. People, they really like boats, and I would say that they are fun. I've actually never owned a boat. I've had friends and family who have owned boats. For a lot of people though, here's my understanding that there's a bit of a shelf life for owning a boat because there's lots of maintenance, docking fees, lots of, fixing your boat up. It's actually been well said that the two happiest days of an avid boating enthusiast is the day that you buy a boat and then the day that you sell that boat. The fun of it just seems to kind of run out for many people. And that's just kind of how life is in general. We get excited about something, and then over time, we lose interest in that. But God, let me tell you, He is way different than that. It's kind of interesting. In Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 8, it says, the end of a thing is better than its beginning. Solomon, he comes and he says, better is the end of a thing than the beginning of that thing. And it's very true, especially for those that are in Jesus Christ. Remember, Jesus, he was invited to a wedding in Cana of Galilee. He goes and he attends that wedding, and toward the end of the night of that wedding feast, Jesus, he actually turns water into wine, which was Jesus' first recorded miracle. The overseer of the house actually eventually gets to taste this wine, and he says, well, this is different. This is actually really good wine, because normally what they would do is they would put out the good stuff first, and then by the time toward the end of the night, everybody is, well, they're drunk, and so then they would start bringing out the garbage wine, which is kind of actually how the world works, or how Satan works. He puts out the good stuff first, and then when we're well satiated with it, we've lost our senses, then the garbage comes out. God's totally the opposite of that. He saves the best for last. Imagine what it's going to be like in that day. I love coming to church and I love worshiping God. I love it when the musicians go up and they're leading the worship. I love coming and taking communion and remembering what Christ did on the cross for our sins. But here's the thing, we haven't seen anything yet. When the believer steps into glory and we're surrounded by all the saints and all of the angels and we're worshiping the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, we haven't seen anything yet. He saves the best truly for last. Imagine what it's going to be like that. He saves the best for last. And that's just the way that He is. That's not the way that the world is. That's not the way that the enemy works, but that's the way that our God works. He saves the best for last.